Hello and welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video, and for this one, still on the good old Commodore 64, this is Flash Gordon, which was released by Mastertronic on the M.A.D label in 1986, and like a lot of people my age, when I was at school during the summer holidays, the BBC used to often show the like Flash Gordon serials, which were, I think, made in the 30s. So we would have like Flash Gordon's Trip to Mars, and Flash Gordon Conquers the Universe. I was quite a fan of them. So when this game came along and it got pretty good reviews, I thought, yeah, okay, I'll have that. Well, let's get a game underway. So here we are. This is me as Flash Gordon. And the idea of the first level is to get through this not unsubstantial, oops, I think I better get out of there, yeah, jungle area. We are supposed to find Prince Barin. Those boxes there give you ammunition. No matter how many shots you've fired, bollocks, it will replenish your shots fully. You can see clearly the timer there. Underneath are the two what look like revolver. Whoops! Oh, fucking hell! That was too close. Yeah, the two things that look like revolvers, and yeah, that's how many shots you have. So you only have 12 shots before you need to replenish your ammo. Although your weapon isn't completely useless if you have used all 12. So there's another ammo crate. You can only use them the once. However, once you oh fucking hell, once you go back on the screen, if the box is still there, you can use it again at that point. Oh. So as you can also see, every time you lose a life, you lose time. You have, well, it's 24 hours it says there, it's actually 24 minutes. I don't know if that's just to do this one level, or if that is to finish the whole game. Because back in the day when I had this, I could never get off level 1. There are 3 levels, they're all completely different. It's almost as if this game was a forerunner to Platoon, especially the layout of the first level. But yeah, also the way that God, I only just made that. Oh, you fucking. Yeah, also the way that each of the 3 levels are completely distinctive. But anyway, I'll come back to that when it's time for me to actually do the review itself. You can jump a bit further if you take a run up. Let's see if I can demonstrate that. So if I jump from a standing position, you don't jump quite as far. So when you're trying to jump over those ravines, I'm going around in circles here. Yeah, when you're jumping over those ravines, you do need to take a bit of a run up. And it always looks like you're going to fall short. But it's actually more difficult to fuck up those jumps than it is to get it right. Now, I'm out of shots, but if you notice, there is still something obviously firing from the gun that I have. So if I take on enemies at essentially point blank range, as I fucked up trying to demonstrate there, it does count as a hit. So even though I'm out of ammo, the weapon still does have its uses. Let's try down here. Okay, there. Oh, fuck it. Yeah. And this is pretty much my experience of the game from back in the day. Like I say, I never got past this level. And I just kept doing what I'm doing here, which is going around in circles. So I'm down to, well, 3, 2, 1 seconds, and there we go, time's run out. Flash, you have failed to destroy Ming the Merciless, leaving Earth in the grasp of the evil tyrant. In other words, I fucked up. Right, well, let's get another game underway, but this time I am going to use the trainer that I have set up here. It's exactly the same trainer as I had with Platoon. I don't have any sort of actual cheats to help me during the game, but I can skip levels. So there we go, you have entered the cave dwelling of Prince Barin. Defeat him and continue your quest to destroy Ming. So basically, to earn Barin's sort of respect or whatever, you have to defeat him in combat. So this, once it loads, becomes a bit of a beat 'em up. Now there are quite a few moves actually available to you, but because I'm so shit at it, I find that this move, the lunge punch to his fucking bollocks, is the best move to do, because it's about the only one I can actually hit him with. You'll notice at the bottom the sort of tug of war thing going on there, that actually is quite a good graphical representation of who's winning. And if you can get him right to the end, as I have there you go, that's that one done. So that's stage 2 completed, which takes us to stage 3. Your luck holds. Ming is trying to escape. You must seek and destroy him. Earth's future is in your hands. So we'll load this one up. This one is pretty difficult. So you're in this whatever it's called, the rocket cycle, I think they call it. You need to initially shoot all of the or as many of these Hawkmen as you can. As you can see, it's fucking difficult because I failed miserably, and you have to kill as many of those before you can actually get your speed up on the rocket cycle. And yeah, I just can't, because I can't fucking aim for shit. So anyway, well, it's now reloading level 1. Right, so we are back in this. I'll have a go at trying to make some sort of progress this time. I do not rate my chances, to put it mildly. Oh fucking hell, especially if I mistime the duck. That flying creature, or whatever he is, trying to actually get the aim right to shoot him is fucking difficult, so I just usually duck to try and avoid him. I should also duck to try and avoid that rock that sort of like ape-man thing throws at me. But no, I didn't. So, right, let's have a look up here. Well, some more ammo, if nothing else. That's handy. Those 8 men can take any number of shots. It's almost random, I think, how it's chosen. So sometimes you can be really lucky, like there, and one shot will take them out. Sometimes it can take half a dozen. So I need to get a bit of a run up. Fucking hell, I thought I'd fucked that one up. Right, let's try this way. But it does look again like I'm just going around in circles. And part of the problem is that so many areas here look exactly the same as the previous screen. Oh, fucking hell. There we go. Finally fucking got that right. Now the fact that there are enemies around here gives me the impression that I'm going the right way. I've probably gone the wrong way now though. If I fire, yeah, those fucking bees come out and attack me, so... Anyway, oh look at that, I've got through level 1. Right, so back to the beat 'em up section, which loads. I seem to remember the cassette loading, you know, the multi-load on tape wasn't that bad, but, well, I say I never actually got off level 1, so... Yeah, so how the fuck do I know? I'm sure I must have. Maybe I did get off level 1 once, but yeah, I do remember that the it does have a multi-load and it's not terrible. So constantly, once again, lunge punching to his fucking nuts. He seems to have figured out though that that's my only move. Can't remember how to fucking turn around. That's it. So he's got a couple of hits on me, so I'm not going to be doing so well here. Well, I'm not doing too badly. God, he just fucking punched me in the bollocks as well. I'll give him a few more for that. As yeah, there are quite a variety of moves here, but like so many of the like fighting games like this, there does seem to be the one move that, you know, does really well, and so you just keep using that over and over. Fuck off. Alright, only a few more and job done. Alright, one more hit should do it, there we go. So now on to the the rocket cycle stage. This is yeah, bloody difficult, right? Because what doesn't help is that I just cannot aim with this fucking thing. Okay, we are supposed to be taking out all of these Hawkmen, but so many of them are just flying straight past me, and there you go, so fucked it again. Alright, well let's get the review underway. Graphically, the presentation I think works really well. It does look like the old cartoon strip, you know, the comic strip of Flash Gordon as it first appears. So that's pretty well done. Graphics in game are, I mean, they're not terrible, but the layout of this level in particular, I mean, the actual playing area is less than half the screen. Well over a quarter of the screen is taken up with that map at the in the bottom left, which serves no purpose whatsoever because it doesn't help you to find your way around. So the rest of it is the like status panel, which all is showing you is your time left and your ammunition. That could have been done without taking up quite so much fucking space, and left the playing area, you know, to be well, bigger. Oh, fuck it. And your Flash Gordon character, the way he runs, it is, shall we say, a bit exaggerated. But I mean, you know, the animation is not terrible. It's just a bit over the top. Alright. Oh, fuck it, I'm out of bullets. And got up too soon. When you duck, you only duck for a set amount of time. You can't just hold, you know, down to duck indefinitely. Anyway, we'll go on to level 2. Graphically here, it's okay. I've seen worse graphics in beat 'em ups, you know. So, and I keep saying there is quite a variety of moves. I just never use them because this one works. But I mean, there's more variety of moves in this one level than there are in a lot of you know, standalone beat 'em up games. Although it's probably not the one to choose as an example. Barbarian 2 does spring to mind. God. Whoops. And that should do it. It is also pretty easy. As again, I think I'm demonstrating. And then graphically, level 3, I mean, graphically it does look good. It's just that it's, well, fucking difficult, shall we say. Because I'm really not getting anywhere. Not through lack of trying. I thought the fucking Hawkmen were meant to be on my side, but, you know. So yeah, level 3 does look good, but I just can't last very long on there to be able to really see them in any detail. In terms of audio, this title-based music, Rob Hubbard, is considered a bit of a classic. Not entirely sure why. It starts off really good. I like the melody at the beginning. Then it really goes downhill here, and then it picks up again at this point. But yeah, I don't think it's one of his better pieces. It's okay, but yeah, put it this way, it's not shit, so you know, it could be far worse. I mean, intergalactic cage match, it ain't, you know. And then we go on to gameplay, which again I have to really cover in each level. This is definitely the worst level of the lot, the first one, and like I said at the start, a lot of players, and I thought I was one of them, but it would appear maybe I'm not, never saw beyond this level because it's so easy to get lost or just wander around in circles. The reason for that is because the way this area has been programmed, again there's a Barbarian 2 connection, because instead of having it, you know, just simply, you know, walking left, right and whatever and then just going up to get up to the next stage, you're now, well, facing some other direction, and it's just such a fucking pain in the arse to try and figure out which way you're heading. And the thing is that okay, Barbarian 2 gave you a sort of compass, like yeah, some sort of compass point to give you some sort of clue, but keep fucking that up. But yeah, but this doesn't give you any sort of indication as to which direction you're facing and which direction you're travelling and what have you. So it's, yeah, a pain in the arse. Also, it has a bit of an unusual control method. Now obviously left and right there, down to duck, which I say he'll duck for a set amount of time whether you hold down or not. But it's fire to jump, and to fire the weapon you push up, or if you want to fire at yeah, that level, it's the up diagonal. And I've really, oh fucking hell, I got lucky there. I really need ammo. I also need this cunt to fuck off. There we go. The audio in this section is also a bit, yeah, this drum beat is more irritating than anything. Oh, I thought I'd fucked that. But the changes in the audio aren't too bad. To move up and down the ravines, you hold down fire, push up in the direction that you want to go, or if you want to move down, push down. All pretty self-explanatory, as again I get my controls fucked up. Well, maybe to find Barry, instead of going up all the time like I have been, I have to go down. Fucking how many hits was he taking? So yeah, it's, I mean, there's also, I think I mentioned it earlier, the obvious comparison with Platoon. I mean, the Platoon version of this level was done much better, which really isn't saying a lot. It's still easy to get lost in the Platoon version, but just not as easy as it is on this one. If they'd implemented this like the Platoon, where, you know, you're always travelling like left or right, if you are going up, it's just to take it up to the next section and then continue always travelling left or right. Here, as I say, they've done it like Barbarian 2, which is a fucking horrible way of getting around, because you just keep getting lost. I'm sure there is a way of taking those fuckers out. Yeah, there we go. The trouble is, I'm now doing it to the bees. Alright. Okay, no, I actually got through that part. Alright, let's try down here. Well, fucking hell, does that mean this is the area with Barry's Cave? Have I actually found it? Fuck it, except I'm running out of time because I keep hitting the enemies. You lose 2 hours if you hit the smaller enemies. If you hit the larger enemies, it's yeah, you'll lose even more then. Oh, fuck it. So I think one more hit and that's me done. I also think I'm just going around in circles now. No. I'll grab the ammo. Oh, great. So now where the fuck am I? Oh, I haven't got a fucking clue. Oh, this looks like some sort of... I was going to say, is it some sort of boss? Well, it must have been, because it fucking killed me completely as soon as I encountered it. And of course, because I wasn't making a map of any kind, I haven't got the faintest fucking clue how to get back to the area I was at. Anyway, so yeah, level 1 is... It does get boring and annoying. And it kind of spoils the game. Because if we go on to level 2 actually plays better than a lot of actual, you know, dedicated standalone beat 'em up games. And I do quite like the tug of war effects to show who's winning the battle on the bottom. That is quite a novel idea, and it's also a good, you know, clear indicator as to who is winning. The only drawback is that, yeah, once again, it's the one move can defeat every, you know, it doesn't land every time, but I mean, it lands a good number of times, certainly enough to make it worth being the only moves you actually use. Then you name one beat 'em up game where that never applies. I mean, it always happens. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I think this is the longest it's taken me to beat this cunt yet. There we go. A few more lunge punches to the bollocks on these. I think one more hit will do it. Thought I had him then. Come on. There we go. And then with level 3, which is coming up now, well, it looks pretty good. I just wish I had the chance to last long enough to be able to say, yes, it's great. There you go, I actually took out one of them, 2. Fuck that one up. I'm not sure how many hits I can take, or you know, how long before I'm blown. Well, there you go. So I got blown up there. So, well, that's the longest I've lasted on level 3 anyway. Well, there you go, Flash Gordon then, from Mastertronic. I mean, for a $2.99 game, it's you know, you can't complain too much. It's not brilliant, but I mean, it's certainly not a shit game, not by any stretch. But yeah, that first level is annoying, and my enjoyment of the game is greatly enhanced by the fact that I have the trainer that allows me to skip level 1. Although when you start making some progress in level 1, which I did purely by luck, yeah, maybe it's not quite so bad. It's when you spend fucking ages going around in circles and getting nowhere that it's fucking annoying. So, what do I rate it then? I certainly don't think it's as good as most of the reviews of the time were saying. They were all saying it was fucking great and giving it like 9 out of 10 or 90% or something. I think the Zap64 gave it 89%, so it just fell short of getting the Sizzler award. I will give it 6 out of 10. It's certainly better than a lot of games I've been playing for Commodore 64 lately. You know, this is no Friday the 13th. So yeah, I think 6 out of 10 is a reasonable rating for it. It's so it's not shit. It's not absolutely fucking phenomenal, but it's okay. So that is Flash Gordon then, 6 out of 10. That brings this review to an end, and we'll see you at the next one.